All right, so let's see this question. It says write an SQL query to find employees who have the highest salary in each of the departments, right? So this is our departments table, which has the employee ID, name, salary, and the department ID. And what we need to do is we need to find the highest salary in each of the department and the corresponding employees who have that salary, right? And the second part of the question says that we need to include employees with a tie at the first position, right? So if there are basically more than one employee who has the highest salary, we have to include all of them, right? It also says that we can return the result set basically in any order. There is no specific order that we need to follow. And the output columns should be the following. They need the department name, employee name, and the salary, right? So now the employee table contains the details of all the employees in each of the department, their name, salary, department ID, and the department table contains the names of each of these department ID, right? So basically, we just need the names of each of the department in our result from the departments table, but the entire calculation of finding the highest salary for every department can be on just the employees table, right? Because we have the department IDs over here. So here we can find the ranks of each of the employees' salary partitioned by the department ID and then only filter out the records where the rank is 1, right? Because I will get a rank 1 for every department using the partition by, correct? Finally, we can join this result set, whatever we just calculated on, with the departments table to simply get the names of each of the departments in our output, right? So this can be our simple approach. But one thing that we need to note over here is that we are going to join after finding the highest salary for each of the department and not initially, right? Because that way the number of rows that we have to join will be substantially less and our query would be more performant for obvious reasons, right? Also, since we want to display all those employees who have a tie at the first position, we can either use rank or dense rank, but not row number, right? Because row number won't give you equal ranks for the duplicate records, correct? So maybe let's see the solution now. Let me just jump to my SQL server. Okay, so these are the create and the insert scripts for this particular question for both employee and the department table. And this I'm going to share with you in the video resources. So you can take it from there. Now let me just query both of these tables. I've already done that. Let me again run it. Now, if you see, this is the same sample data that we had seen in the slide. We have the employee ID, we have the name of each of the employee, the salary of each of the employee, and the corresponding department ID, right? That is the first table, which is the employee table. And in the second table, we have the department ID and the name of that particular department, right? So now let's start like the with the approach that we had discussed. What we can do is we can start selecting from the employees table like this. Select from maybe like that. Now I can go ahead and select the columns that I'm interested in, which is the name, the department ID, the salary of each of the employee, and then I can use the dense rank function over partition by department ID again, order by salary descending. Why descending? Because I want the highest salary to be at the top, correct? So now I can just alias this column, this 10th rank column as RN. And now what I need to do is I need to filter out all the records where rank is 1. So what I'll do is I'll use this main query as a sub query under this outer query so that I can access the RN column basically in the filter condition. That's what I need this outer query for. And now I can say Rn equal to 1, right? For now, I'll just go ahead and select everything from this particular table just to see if I'm getting the right results or not. Done it. Okay, so I get an error. Okay, I need to alias the inner query, right? So that's fine. Now if I run it, I'll get the result set and it says that in department ID 1, Jim and Max are the highest earners and their salary is 90,000. They have a tie and their salary is 90,000. Similarly for department ID 2, the name is Henry for the highest earning employee and the salary is 80,000, right? Now I can get rid of this RN column because I don't need that. So that's something that I will just remove from my result set. But let's talk about the other thing, right? Now we also have to get the department name for each of these department ID. For that, as we had discussed previously, we will have to use the department table, and we can join this particular result set with the department table to get the department name for each of the ID, right? So maybe I can make a use of CTE over here as uh, maybe I should not be using subqueries for more than two level of nesting, and there is already one subquery over here. So I'll maybe make a CT quickly over here. Department, maybe top salary, that as put a closing brace over here. Now I can write my select query over here. I'll just say select from above CT, top salary, right? I'll alias this as A, inner join with the department table, right? That's what we have to inner join with, correct? So now that I'm aliasing as B on what department ID from here, right? Equal to B dot ID, right? Because in department table we have the ID column, right? And what do I need in the select? I need the name of the department. So that will basically be my B dot name, right? I need the name of the employee. So that will be A dot name, correct? And I can maybe also alias this as employee so that we don't have any confusion. And I'll have the salary of the employee, right? And I think that's pretty much it. That's what I need. Maybe I can run this entire query, and if there are no syntax errors, hopefully I will get the correct answer. Yes, so now I get the name of the department. Also, maybe this also I can quickly alias as department. And now if I run this, I should be good, right? So now I have the department name and the corresponding employees who have the highest salary and that highest salary as well for each of the department, right? So this is how we solve this particular question. And just keep in mind that we could have used rank also over here. It could have essentially given us the same results. But why I used specifically dense rank over here? Because now in this question it doesn't matter, right? We just wanted the highest salary. But for example, in another question we need maybe the second highest salary or the third highest salary, then this will not work, right? Because if there are duplicates in the first position, there will be no second highest salary, right? Or there might be no third highest salary, right? It will be fourth. I mean, the ranks will be skipped, as you know, in the rank function. So we won't be able to use rank in that case. Over here it won't matter, but for the sake of consistency, maybe we can just keep in mind that we can just go ahead with dense rank in such kind of functions, in such kind of questions, right? Okay.